freedom is the answer. Most of the people around the world have not lived with the great degree of freedom that our country was founded with. And you can read it in the Founding Fathers' ruminations at the days of the founding, talking about the industriousness of individuals and how to promote it for the common good. You can look at the original true story of Thanksgiving and find out how they tried socialism. The whole community produced whatever it produced, and everybody got to go take what they want from the production. And some people figured out after a while they didn't have to produce anything in order to get something. It didn't work. They changed it. Everybody was assigned a plot of land, grow what you want, grow as much as you, and you keep it. Sell your excess. Plymouth colony expanded like crazy. The answer is freedom. The answer is also that our founding fathers recognized that freedom is part of our creation, and so our founding documents recognize that we are all endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, and these are human rights: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We all have these. Every human being is born this way, with that yearning spirit. However, depending on where the human being is born, they never get to exercise it. We and our ancestors had the chance to exercise it, and they did. And they built, and they created, and they invented. And as a result, the greatest country in the history of humanity became the United States of America. And it is that freedom, allowing each of us to use our own ambitions, our own desires, our own ingenuity, our own creativity, unshackled, to pursue our passions, to do what we love, with as few obstacles in our way as possible. Certainly fewer obstacles than any other nation's people have faced in their lives. And we see the result. We see the greatest country in the history of civilization. Now we have, why does this matter? Now we have in this presidential campaign, not just Mr. Obama, but an entire political party which resents deeply all that I just described to you. They resent the way this country was founded and built, because the way they view things is they see that those who worked hard and invented and were industrious and indulged their ambitions, did whatever it was necessary to do. They worked hard. They got up before sunup. They went to bed at sundown. They went to school. Whatever it was they had to do to become what they wanted to do, they did it. And, of course, some didn't. Some didn't have as many ambitions as others. Some didn't have that drive. So we're all different. And so the resulting capitalism here that I've just described produced some people with whole lot. In this country, almost everybody does better than anywhere else around the world. However, when just this country is taken as a subset of humanity, yeah, we have some people that don't do well. And we also have some people who in our past were discriminated against for one reason or another. And they were denied, at first, the same opportunities that other citizens had. But this country's dealt with that. And those opportunities, however you want to argue whether they've been good or bad, the way we've gone about it, those opportunities are now far more available to far more people than even at the founding, and even 60 years ago. Great progress has been made. However, Barack Obama, the Democrat Party, still see this nation, not as I've just described it to you. They see it as the greatest failure in the experiment of social justice and economic justice and equality that the human race has ever produced. It's got to change. We have got to stop this. We've got to fix it so that everybody ends up the same. We can't have people doing all that well while some people don't. Even though that has resulted not because people have been oppressed, not because they've been stunted, not because they've been squashed, because they didn't have the ambition, they didn't have the desire. But they're living their lives and they're happy, for the most part. So we have a Democrat Party and Barack Obama who want to take every ingredient that made this the greatest country in the world, and even you who are going to vote for Obama, and even you who are buying into this notion that some people have too much and that we need to take from them and give to you, you still expect what? You still expect a grand life. You expect a life of prosperity. You expect greater income. You expect a bigger house. You expect a car. It's just that you think it's going to come from some politician taking it away from somebody else. If Obama wins and if the Democrats implement this redistribution, what they are going to do is destroy the engine that creates all of this opportunity. And that engine of opportunity will be replaced by a massive federal government to whom more and more citizens will become dependent on their wants and their needs. And when the idea that you achieved gets punished, that when you earn too much, and it could be 100 grand, 150, whatever it is, whatever Obama decides, when you earn more than that, then your American dream is over. The American dream will stop for you at whatever Obama's magic tax increase number is. And when the American dream ends at $150,000, the American dream is over. Obama wants this. Obama wants a large government passing things out according to what he thinks is fair. And the end result of this is creating as many people dependent on a state government, federal government as possible, so you'll continue to have to vote for these people. And what it was that created the greatest collection of human beings in the history of humanity will be altered for who knows how long it'll take to reorganize this and roll it back, because it'll fail. And Americans who demand and have all these high expectations will keep demanding them and having them. And when they find out that the Obama game and the Democrat plan doesn't produce it, there'll be hell to pay down the road, but the damage done in the meantime will be severe. That's why all this matters. You are still the best resource you have to acquiring what you want in life. Obama is not your best resource. Our government's not your best resource. Joe Biden is not your best resource. Oprah is not your best resource. You and your family, you are the best resource that you have. Don't give up the free use of yourself to be the best you can be, just for the sake of some change that is actually going to be far worse than you can imagine.